guys, and welcome back to our channel, Marv times Ange. It looks like it's just gonna be me in the next few videos unless Marvin wants to make an appearance, but I highly doubt it. As some of you know, I'm 3 months pregnant. Yep, I'm 12 weeks, almost 13 weeks. So technically almost in my second trimester. So hi guys, shout out to my friends because they want me to say this, but hi guys and welcome to my pregnancy vlog. I've decided I wanted to do like a 10-week update, even though I'm already past 10 weeks. I'm a little over, but I definitely do want to do at least every 10-week update because there's gonna be some big changes. So yeah, and that means I have 6 more months to go. Time flies and it's crazy. But I wanted to go more in depth about some details, questions, and concerns that have been brought up when I announced it to my loved ones and my very close friends and family. And I wanted to document it so I could look back to discuss a few questions and concerns that have been asked and mentioned by my friends and family when I first told them and announced it. Well, mainly, I don't know where to start, but how and when I told friends and family was a little bit right after I told my parents and Marvin told his parents. So that was already about 10 weeks when I was 10 weeks, yeah. So a little bit over 2 months. And then when I announced it to friends and family, I mostly just texted them or called them because we're in quarantine right now and there's no way I could see anybody, which is hard, and the timing was very hard, but everyone was very excited. A lot of positive comments and just a very exciting experience. I'm gonna talk about when we found out. So pretty much it was like I think beginning of March or April where I started feeling very sick. I was very sensitive to smells, and when I would like see or hear something, I would get very nauseous. Sorry, I'm getting nauseous thinking about it. My boobs became very sore and tender and like way bigger than usual, so that was like another sign. I missed my period by a month and I didn't think of anything of it because I've missed it. It's been irregular pretty often, which is not good. And what else was it? Oh, and then me and Marvin decided to go biking for once, and we just went around for less than 20 minutes, and by the time I went from his house to my house, which is less than 5 minutes away, I felt like I was dying, like I was about to throw up. I didn't think I was that out of shape, but I was just so uncomfortable. It was just a bad time. But then I figured something was wrong with me because I could barely eat. I was always so tired. Like, we used to sleep late and I used to wake up like latest 3-4 o'clock sometimes and just stay in bed all day. It was just not a good time. And then I just kept looking up symptoms and what it could be, and then obviously pregnancy just kept popping up saying like all of this whole list is relevant to me. So it's just a little hard to talk about because at first it wasn't something we thought we wanted just yet. It was very hard to accept as a reality, but so then Marvin was ordering stuff on Amazon because we always order a lot, like every other week or so, which is pretty bad, but yeah. And then one day I just was kidding around and told him to add some pregnancy tests to his cart. And then he was asking me, he's like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to just see what the result is." So then I took one as soon as the package came in a couple of days later, and I didn't know how to feel. I took it at Marvin's house, and then it shows. I didn't know how to read one, obviously, because I've never taken one. The first one I took was just like, like not the digital one, but the old school one, which is the plus or minus. And so it was just showing a very faint line just this way. And then it said to wait for about 3 minutes. And then when I waited, nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, I think it made that plus sign. And then I was just shocked and confused. I showed it to Marvin. We were like kind of smiling, kind of like in shock, kind of like, okay, now what? So then had some mixed feelings about it, and so I took another one. I took the digital one a few minutes later, and then that one came out positive, says pregnant right away. And then I was happy, but then I was sad, and Marvin was just, his reaction was not exactly what I wanted, but then again, it's not something we wanted just yet. But everything happens for a reason. Timing is never right to plan or have a child, so there's not much you can do. But yeah, it was very rough. I was very anxious. This was a big secret to hold to myself. I usually always tell my friends or my brothers, my parents something, especially if it's something so important to me, but I couldn't tell them just yet. From then on, I just kept day and night just overthinking, wondering what is my options, how my parents will react, how my family will react, if this can be a reality or it's just something I'd have to hide for however long. But as the days go by, as they went by, I just kept hiding and trying so hard to stay strong and keep in my feelings, but it was just really hard. Every time I'd talk to Marvin about it, we kept arguing because I couldn't give him an answer. I didn't know what he wanted. I didn't know what I wanted. Well, of course, Marvin was mad, upset, and stressed at the time. He told me exactly what he wanted. I didn't agree with it. It's not what my heart wanted, and I knew what was best for me. It was just a hard time. And from then on, I had to hide it from his parents as well, since I sleep there and pretty much live there most of the time. And they would ask me why I'm not eating, or why I lost weight, or how come I don't feel good, just stuff like that. So it was hard. And I pretty much hid this from his parents and mine for about 2 weeks, almost 3. And I told my brothers a week before I told my parents, just so they knew, because it was just really hard for me to come home. As soon as my family found out, that's when it became a really big reality to us. It was a huge relief off our shoulders. I felt like I could actually be healthy and happy and not stressed anymore. All my symptoms, like majority of them, went away as soon as I told them. It was just a really weird timing. And I went to a clinic in Union City. But I got that appointment so I can make sure that I actually am pregnant, that what my options were, and just to get some counseling. And that appointment was just a lot to take in. I was able to get an ultrasound, and it was just crazy because I was already 8 to 9 weeks. The doctor was talking to me, and then she was asking if I had anyone with me that wanted to hear the heartbeat. So I just, like, it just all went by so fast. Like, I was the only one in there. I was the only patient that they're taking care of, like, out of the whole clinic. Everyone was just giving me their full attention. And then the advocate, the one who was helping me, talking to me in general, it was just very helpful, very refreshing. I actually knew her, or knew of her. She went to Newark Memorial, which is such a small world. I was a little worried that she knew who I was, but she was like throwing some hints, but obviously it's confidential, so either way. But she really helped me out, understand more things. She went through all the pamphlets, all my options, and she just told me how good of a clinic this is. And then I met the nurse, or the doctor, whichever one it is, and she just asked me some questions. She wasn't like too serious or anything, because I think she could tell how stressed I was and everything. And right away she was like, all right, let's just do your ultrasound. So she just went ahead, she did the one that's over the belly, the pelvic bone, and couldn't believe it, but there was a tiny little baby in there. And like, obviously when you get a pregnancy test, it's a shocker, but then when you actually see one on the screen, it's like, what the hell? And then when she asked if I had anyone that wanted to see the heartbeat, that's when I called Marvin in, because he couldn't come in at all. I called him on his phone to come inside. They let him in, put a mask and everything, and then as soon as he walked in, she just played the heartbeat, and it was just a life changer to hear, because I've never heard or seen anything like that. And obviously Marvin just got there. I was having ultrasound, and then she just played it right away. She's like, there's the heartbeat, there's your baby. And then, like, I was just watching Marvin's reaction, and it was just priceless, because I was laying right here, he was staring at the screen, and another screen right here, and like, I could see that he was a little bit teary-eyed. And then she just said congratulations. She just finished up with us, and then I was out and ready to go. And another thing that to add on is that they were able to cover the whole thing, and it was just crazy, because that would have been about $500 bill just for that one clinic visit. But it was covered by all these organizations that support them and everything, and foundations. So I thought that was great. That was crazy, because I didn't know how the insurance worked and everything too, because I'm still under my parents, and so is Marvin. So it was just another big relief. And then on the way home, I asked Marvin, what does that mean? Because we just said we were going to make a decision, make a plan, and tell our parents as soon as we get that appointment. And when we did, he just said, well, then there you go, there's your answer. I said, yep. And then it just all hit me, and I just was crying on the way home. Couldn't believe it, and I still didn't know what that meant and what to do. But it was a life changer. And after seeing those ultrasounds, the heartbeat, I just knew what my heart wanted, and there's no other option for me. It was just keep the baby. It's a blessing. It's a gift from God. How can you just give it away, throw it away? Some people aren't lucky to have a baby. Some people are paying millions and millions of dollars, thousands of dollars just to have a baby, to adopt. So So from then on, when we told our parents, our family, everyone, all our close friends, cousins, all of that, it was just a really different vibe from what I was feeling when we first found out. It was just a huge difference, and I'm just so grateful for it, because stressing myself out all those weeks and just overthinking everything every day was not healthy for me and my body, my baby. And it was kind of tearing apart my relationship with Marvin, because I was starting to get some anger towards him, and when he's stressed, he just doesn't say things he means. So it was just not a good place. But once we got the support and love that we needed, we knew that we could get through this, and we have a lot of people that will love this baby, who loves us, who will always be there for us, and it means so much to us, like you have no idea. And obviously this should be good news, this should never be any bad news, but that's how I thought it was, or that's how I approached the situation in general, especially when I told my parents. But I was so like shocked at my dad's reaction when I told him, because he just said that he's just so blessed because he gets to be a grandfather. My parents are gonna be grandparents, which is crazy, but you know, it's about that time. And one of the things we discussed, of course, yes, we're gonna get married eventually. Maybe not now, maybe not soon, but when time is right. I don't want Marvin to think that just because we're having a kid that we have to get married or anything, but obviously we know that we're the one for each other, and we're each other's soulmates. So there's no, thinking around that. So I'm not worried about it like anything like that. But some family may think like, oh, since you're having a kid, you have to get married, or you're Catholic, this and that, But everything will happen for a reason. It'll just fall into place. But we just have to take one thing at a time, and that's what's most important. But yeah, so now my family's just been cleaning room by room. We're gonna have to make some changes where we're gonna have a nursery at my house. Marvin has to move into our house. I have to move my room from upstairs to downstairs. It's just gonna be a lot to deal with, and a lot of excitement and different events going on, but just can't wait for it. What else? As you know, Mother's Day went by, and I thought it was so cute because Marvin's dad happened to buy 2 balloons, 2 bouquets of roses, and then gave it to Marvin's mom. And then Marvin's mom like, why do you have 2 each? And he said, one is for Angie, one is for you. And then his mom said, oh, well, she's not a mom yet, why did you get her that? And he's like, oh, but she's still technically a mom. And I thought it was just the cutest thing, because I'm pretty close to his mom, but I don't really talk to his dad as much, because he's more of just like a small talk, just like a hello there and bye. So it was just like a small thing that meant a lot to me, and I won't forget it. But yeah, that's something that happened that meant a lot to me. And then also my brother went back to work recently, and he bought a pair of Jordans for our baby, which was very exciting too, because he's already excited about his nephew or niece. And yeah, so now we're just strolling along, seeing how everything's going. Hopefully the quarantine will be ending soon. We've already been 2 months in, so hopefully it won't go on for too long. Because we want to be able to have a baby shower and celebrate with everyone. Be able to see everyone again, because that would be really nice. But I'm planning on having a gender reveal and baby shower, hopefully around July, if I have to, August. But can't wait to find out the gender. From all the symptoms and my cravings, it's all been salty and spicy cravings, which is crazy because I usually love sweets. But I'll have like a cookie or cupcake here and there, but then I'm not really crazy about it like before, which is weird. And all like the old like midwife stories and everything I'd research, it just sounds like I'd have a boy. My pregnancy has really been not bad compared to others. Oh yeah, and my friend recommended me to be in a Facebook mom page, and it was just helpful because I know that I'm not alone through all of these weird, like cravings, weird symptoms and such. So that was another thing that was cool that I got into. But sorry, I'm like everywhere. This pregnancy brain is just too much sometimes. Especially when I talk on videos or I talk in general, I don't talk like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this, and this. I'm always just like, oh yeah, and then this happened, and then that happened. So yeah, you'd have to get used to it, because if you don't know me, I'm everywhere. So then, I finally got a appointment at my OB. The funny part is, I was actually supposed to get my first pap smear at this OB before the coronavirus happened. I had an appointment, and then I got nervous the day of, and I canceled it. So then I rescheduled it, and then when I rescheduled it, they canceled it because the clinic was closed, and we're only taking emergency patients. So missed that. And then now here I am, and I'm pregnant. But yeah, I got my appointment. I met this new doctor. We just went over everything. She just ordered some blood work for me to be done. Had to get my pap smear since I never got one. She sent out my urine sample just to be sure I'm pregnant. Obviously I am. And just for like other reasons, and just to check up on me, make sure I'm healthy. And so I did my pap smear, which was very weird, but it happened fast. If you haven't got one, I recommend you do, because it's actually not as bad as you'd think. So then right after that, I had to do I forgot what it's called, transvaginal or vaginal scan. That was so weird. It was right next to me. It was like a whole ass dildo. It was long. It was pretty long. But anyways, and then they had to put like a big ass condom on it and some, like the lube or whatever. And then she just stuck it right in me, which was very uncomfortable and weird. And yeah, saw the baby, and the baby was bigger, obviously, because my last appointment I was 9 weeks, and then this appointment I was 11 weeks, almost 12. And the baby grows very fast, so it was surprising. But yeah, saw the baby. I was with my mom at this appointment, but she couldn't come in as well. She was sitting outside the whole time. And then I recorded the heartbeat and so took some pictures, got some ultrasounds again, and then I showed it to my parents and my family and Marvin. Marvin was at work at the time. But it's just good to know the baby's healthy and active. And then even the doctor said that she thinks it might be a boy, just from, she was like looking down like near the leg area, but there's no genitals yet because it was too soon to tell. But she was like thinking like, yeah, this may be a boy. And I'm just like, I still think it's a girl, but Marvin keeps saying it's a boy. Whichever one, I just want a healthy baby, and that's all I care about. But yeah, so I went and did that appointment. And then I had a lot of paperwork and blood work I had to go over, and a lot of blood work I had to go get done. So then the next appointments, I had to go to the lab. I got a lot of blood work done. The phlebotomist was very kind. She made me very comfortable. And then I had to just wait an hour after I drank a glucose drink. And then I got my results just a few days later. Everything turned out great. They're all normal, and I'm very healthy. And after that, I had to go back again because I forgot to get one of them done, one of the blood work. I just did that yesterday. Everything turned out fine too. And then now I'm waiting on one more mobile phlebotomist to come to Marvin's house and take my blood to see if there's any genetic disorders that I need to know about, and see if, you know, hopefully the baby will be fine and always possible. And yeah, so they didn't come today. They're supposed to come today or tomorrow, so hopefully they'll come tomorrow and get that out of the way. If not, my mom is a certified phlebotomist, so she would be able to do it for me too, which works. And then after that, I have a nuchal translucency appointment. So that's another ultrasound. That's going to be at Washington as well. That's where I'm getting everything done. My mom works there too, so yeah. And I have that this Thursday. See how that goes. And then after that, I have another appointment in June, beginning of June, with my OB, and see what goes on from there. I'll technically be in my second trimester already, which is crazy. And just wanted to show too, I don't have a belly just yet. Nothing yet, just a little roll, but that's probably just from eating a lot. So in 3 months, they usually say that for first time pregnancies that it takes a while for bellies to grow and stuff like that, or even heard for girls, for baby girls, that it takes a while for them to come out too because they're shy. So we'll see. I'm waiting to take some baby bump pictures. Waiting for that to happen. I already bought some, you know, maternity clothes, such as like some shirts and some leggings, even a dress, because Marvin is so excited to see me wearing dresses because he loves it, even though I prefer wearing sweatpants and leggings 24/7. But yeah, that's all the updates I can think of right now. Plus, the video is already pretty long. I'm probably gonna have to cut it, but yeah, this is me at 12 weeks. I think I'm 12 weeks and 5 days today, so then I'm almost 13 weeks. Yep. Sounds about right. And just today I started feeling a little nauseous again, which is not the business, but I had some sky flakes and that made it go away right away, luckily. But yeah, exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I'll try to post more videos and updates as much as I can. I haven't announced it to social media just yet, so I don't know when I'm going to post this video exactly. A little bit nervous. But yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Yeah. Bye.